Your latest report also highlights just outside the NCR plus bubble. No, there's a real particular concern, particularly for Batangas and Pampanga. Again, something to stress outside of the NCR plus bubble. What are you finding there?
Well, Robbie, what we're finding is an alarming increase in terms of yung percentage increase in Batangas and Pampanga. I mean, compared to the previous week, nag-increase sila isa Batangas by more than 100%. And I know it's not in the bubble, pero I mean, what we're recommending is at least we take a closer look at what's happening there. Maybe we could identify kung anong barangays yung medyo hotspot doon. Because this kind of increase, ito mga 100% increase in 1 week, parang nakita na natin ito before. We've seen this many times. And whenever this happens, we really get concerned about about what's spreading there, because this is not the old virus. It doesn't spread this quickly.
Yeah, you mentioned which barangays might be possible hotspots. Is it possible to drill down? Ang laki ng Batangas, laki ng Pampanga, and of course people are wondering, is this spillover from the NCR plus municipalities and cities? But is it possible to specify where exactly in Batangas and Pampanga are the potential hotspots?
Yes, Robbie, we could look at that. We could send that to tomorrow, siguro. I mean, we can definitely look at that. Kung anong LGUs and anong barangays sa Batangas. At least we could see kung if it's concentrated in one city, municipality, or a few barangays, or if it's spread out. Then if it's spread out, baka, it will be harder to contain it, syempre. If it's concentrated in one barangay or a few barangays, they could do localized lockdowns.
Okay, so do you see the NCR plus bubble being expanded to include these contiguous places, Professor Rai?
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. The government obviously is trying its best. It's doing its best, and OCTA's position is let's give this NCR bubble a chance. It's not surprising that it's spreading in other places, and that it started with the NCR, and the general experience. I mean, the experience is it generally spreads out to other regions now, and very quickly, because mobility is still there, and many of our workers in Metro Manila come from these provinces. So there's movement of goods and services, and so it's only natural that it will spread. Now the thing that's troubling is because we're dealing with variants now, and as
Yes.
Mayor Vico was trying to say, the experience in Pasig and many NCR cities, it's just spreading like wildfire. In a sense, the current surge is making the last big surge in NCR look like a walk in the park, no? And this is why we're trying to sound the urgency, so that people, government, local government, the private sector can work together to give this bubble a chance.
Is it true that you recommended a 4-week MECQ or a stricter GCQ? And if so,
I think
yeah, what would be the economic cost of that? I mean, I'm sure the economic cluster right now is. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was interviewed in a government station, and as our public service, we go to all stations, and the context of the question was this: if the NCR bubble fails, what's next for us? And we haven't said it's going to fail. What we're saying is that our expectations of it are not as we're optimistic about it, but expectations have to be real. We can't expect the R to go down to 1 given this kind of surge. So if it fails to bring down the surge, that we may consider 8 MECQ. So that was what I said, and I qualified my MECQ with modifications such as transportation. We should have at least I like the government proposal, 50% capacity, more frequency. We have many of our businesses and business establishments, the back end working from home. So this is what what we in OCTA are suggesting. But this is not yet the decision point for that. We're still waiting on. We're still hoping that this this bubble will work.